Hello, Jackal here. This is most likely the last time you see one of these realm animations. I'll talk about that on another video. But as of now it looks like it's goodbye. If you have been watching these new shorts you know that the cyber terrorist Connolly killed me and then turned me into a mindless zombie. Yes, I was a Republican. All I wanted to do was obstruct and blame President Obama. I almost forgot, I had a compulsion to eat human brains. That's what Republicans crave rare. Connolly's assistant Buffy Loon became tired of his right-wing, transvaginal probe ways. She made the ultimate sacrifice so that I may live. Buffy prayed to Jeep Bus to bring me back. G then put her in purgatory to see if she can be redeemed. I captured Nishi and made him a zombie. Of course, in life things rarely work out according to the script and I lost my assistant classical gas. I fear her 9 lives ran out. All this violence has made me realize that in life we must do what we can to bring about goodness. So I used the Tesla duplicator to bring back Nishi to life. Unfortunately, it blew up, but not before producing liberal Mishima. This new Nishi is a force for progressive, liberal people. He loves the LGBT community, minorities, women, social programs and most of all hates Ronald Reagan. I think that we should give him a chance and let him host this final edition of the weekly review. Take it away, Nishi.
First thing first. I want you to know I love you all and wish the best for each of you. I think we should concentrate this final segment on the farce known as the Huffington Post. Huffers has been waging a dirty campaign of deceit and right down indifference to the community of blackguards that made it the world's biggest block. The Queen Bee, Arianna Huffington, profited over the years on the backs of unpaid bloggers and the community of progressive individuals that made their comment section. Let's take a look at some of Huffer's changes over time. The old interface was elegant and the headlines, contemporary and direct. An online journal that attempts legitimacy tends to stay away from tabloid tactics. Now, amid an endless parade of ads, we get side boobs. I suppose a tribute to the head boob running the site to the ground is justified. Despite Miley Cyrus wrecking balls and twerking her scrawny ass all over the place, intelligent posters manage to have great conversations. Well, with some exceptions. In what has to be the worst case of self-inflicted damage, Huffers has decided to end all anonymity. Anonymity allowed the vibrant community to inject real-life experiences on the few important articles aggregated by the Huff. Without it, folks will hold back and not add personal views or come forward with direct first-hand knowledge of the topic. This is what you'll be left with. Huff-poor addicts and mindless zombies that serve only one purpose, adding to the hand clickety-clang-clang.
I would need a 4-hour movie to convey the betrayal by the Huffington Post. All I can say is that I plan to be a torn on their ass and do my best to support internet anonymity. Not a single recently introduced policy on the Huff is about improving discourse or reducing trolls. It's all an address onslaught designed to increase monetization via Facebook. The message is clear: unless you agree to become a money-generating tool, you can go fuck yourself. To you, Arianna Huffington, I say fuck you. Your site will most likely do well, because there appears to be a deficit of free thinkers on the internet. It is they who will find other places that have not been corrupted by right-wingers, that will go on speaking the truth, fighting censorship and all the mediocrity of push. You can keep your side boobs. To all who took the time to watch my silly videos, I give you many thanks. To Corn number 8, they will remain on my YouTube channel, so no excuses. As always, I will end the segment with a video. This one goes to the Huffington Post.
but I need some.